Hey guys, today I'm here to show you how to make a batch file or command prompt that almost always will work on a school computer. I have no experience with this ever failing. The only time that this command prompt will ever fail is if that I know of. The only time it'll fail that I know of is if your school has this flat out blocked command prompt. Well, not flat out blocked it, obviously. If they flat out blocked batch file. So if you cannot open a batch file, then this will not work. But I've never heard of that. Well, I've heard of it, but I've never experienced that or seen it or know anybody that's ever happened to. So I don't think it should be a major problem. Two things you're going to need for this program: Notepad and access to command prompt. Make sure it's not blocked, or access to batch files. Make sure they're not blocked. This can be made at home and then put on USB and then used as a school computer. It doesn't really matter. But the one problem with this program is that it will not display your directory location, like the directory you're in. So you're going to have to either memorize it or use a command to find which directory you're in, have it display it. Because of the way that this is going to work. I'm not sure if there's a way for me to display the directory. I'm not that far along, so if you do know a way to display the current directory, then please let me know in the comments below. But it's not really important unless you're like doing like some local stuff and you're really looking for like a specific file. But then you can just use directory command. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to type @echo_off. Okay, and then the next line is going to be this isn't required, but I like it. Clear screen or CLS. New line, colon, and then 1. It doesn't have to be 1. You can name this portion whatever you want, but you're going to need to come back to it. So for the next line, you're going to want set space /p space input equals, and then after the equal sign, you can put whatever you want the command prompt to display. What I mean by that is when you bring up a normal command prompt, you can see that there is this. This will be displayed every time you make a command. Okay, so it comes up after every command. That's what is going to come after your parentheses. So I'm just going to use command as an example, and then I'm going to use a special character. So I'm using that upward caret, this thing, to signify that this is a special character and needs to be just displayed as is. Okay, so the next line is going to be percent input percent, and make sure there's nothing before it and nothing after it. That's very important. And for the next line, you're going to want to say go to 1 in my case. If you decided to name this something else, then just make sure that they're matching, but make sure that there is no colon down here. Okay, so what this command is doing is basically saying you type something in and it's setting it to it's basically saying the input equals whatever you typed, and then it's saying do what you just typed. So if you type in something that's not a command, it'll give you like a normal, it'll just give you a normal error. It's not gonna like mess anything up, at least it shouldn't. I've never had any problems with it. And I've actually used this a lot. It took me a long time to figure this out. I actually tried a lot more before this, a lot more complicated stuff, than I realized it's very simple. So next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to save it. And if you're using a normal notepad, then you want to make sure that you select all files, all types, or star.star, and then you're going to want to end it with .bat. I'm gonna name it command so we can see where it is on the desktop. Okay, after that, go to your desktop or wherever you saved it. Just make sure you can access where you save it. And I'm gonna show you that it works. So clearly it works, but as you can see, there's no directory. This is the directory it's starting in. Obviously, it's not starting in command.exe. That's the name of the program. So it's starting in. This is right now. If it were a normal command prompt, would be displaying C:\Windows /system32 with that little caret there. So if you do change directory ... So if you do change directory ... then it doesn't look like it's done anything. However, it has indeed moved to the directory has been switched to C/Windows instead of C/Windows System32. So besides that, you can also type in C change directory. Let's say C:\users, and as long as it doesn't give you an error, it's gone to what you just typed in. So let me think. If I typed in cd u:\help, it would give me an error because there is no driver like that. But it does actually work with normal commands like ping. And then obviously it returns the command thing. It also obviously you can use other commands like color, and then you can just use basically any command. The only time you're gonna have problems with this command prompt, it will not be because of the program. Probably, I don't know of any errors in this program. The only errors you'll usually get are access denied errors because you're a normal user at school. And that's not a program issue. That's a networking issue. Like for instance, I wanted to delete some. I wanted to delete all the files off my drive at school, my network drive, and then format the network drive, but I couldn't because I was denied access. I said format, and then it said access denied. That's the only time you'll ever have any real problems with this. So just to show you guys that you can change some stuff in here, you can change this to, I don't know. Let's change it to what it would normally say. C:\Windows /system32. And then there would be a caret, wouldn't there? Yes. And let's just change this for the hell of it. Save it. So yeah, now it looks pretty much like a normal command prompt. Yeah. So yeah, that works. I hope you guys like this video on how to get past will make your own command prompt. I hope you found it useful and better than some of the other videos out there, because I know that there are some videos where there are some kids that are like, oh, just make a new file and type in command.com and rename it, and then just save it as a .bat file. Well, that doesn't work for some places. Like my school will just say, command prompt has been disabled by your administrator. Please contact your network administrator. But this will work. It's not using command prompt. It is, but it isn't. It's weird. It's kind of a loophole, I think. But let me know if you guys have any problems, and I'll try and address them. And if anyone knows how to display the current directory you're in, like right around here, then also let me know down in the comments. Um, like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later.